All right, everybody, welcome along. My name's Bosh. This is Bosh's Ableton Beginner Bits, and today we are going to be looking at pretty much what the subject of this entire channel is, or where the inspiration for this whole channel came from. We're going to be asking the question, what is dub? Or what is dub music? What is dub reggae particularly? Before we get into this video, as always, I just want to plug buymeacoffee.com/BoshDubs. Go over there, you can support this channel in any way you like, and everything given to us through there just helps. It's all going to go towards the channel, basically going to go towards me being able to make more videos for everyone on here. So buymeacoffee.com/BoshDubs, you can go help out the channel there. More importantly, if you can click subscribe, like this video, comment on the video, anything like that, it all helps to get the channel out there. So without further ado, let's get into asking the question, what is dub reggae? So dub reggae is basically a version of normal reggae, regular reggae, and it's basically a stripped down version, and it's like dubs are almost like remixes. So the story goes that a producer in Jamaica, a famous producer of Duke Reid, I believe, had got a tune and he's mixing it in the studio, and then for some reason he'd not included the vocal take on top of the version. Played it in the studio without the mixed it down without the vocal on, took it to a night to play, and it absolutely went off. So all we're talking is basically a reggae instrumental, no vocals on there, and it absolutely went off. And since then, dub reggae has slowly become its own thing, really, with people actually making dub reggae tunes. Instead of just making a reggae tune and then having a dub, people are actually making dub reggae like we are on this channel. So that's pretty much the core of it. It's taking a track, taking all its individual elements, and then playing them back through a mixer and adding effects and things like that, adding different effects, phasers, delays, echoes, all that kind of thing. Now, I think the best way to demonstrate how this is done is just to do it live. So I've got a version of No 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 by Dawn Penn. This is my version. Well, it's the version with Project J, which is me and my friend Joe. Joe plays saxophone, I do the production. And I'm gonna play you the full song first, and then I'll show you, basically just demonstrate what it is to dub a record and some of the basic concepts in dubbing. So this is the tune. I'll just play it as it is. Okay, so that's the tune. Let me just pull this down a little bit. So that's the tune. I'm going to leave that playing in the background for a little bit. And what dub tends to focus on is the drums and the bass. So I'm going to put these back up and I'm going to bring it down to just the drums and the bass. Bit by bit. All right, so now we've just got the drums and bass running. And this is where you'd start adding your effects. So you could add effects to just the drums. Let's go for the snare. These three effects here are all just on the snare. So let's have a listen. This knob here changes the speed of this delay. Right, so you can hear I've added a delay, which is already changing how the track sounds. Okay, we could add, let's say, we could add a reverb to the hi-hats here. And all the time still just rolling drum and bass. Drum, bass. And this is the act of dubbing. This is what dubbing is. So it's, like I say, dropping elements of the track back in and adding your own effects. Big reverb. Put a delay on the hats. And change the speed of that. So you can create all kinds of rattly and sort of wobbly effect there. So the next we're going to look at the other musical elements. We've got the drums and bass. Now what people tend to do with these dubbing artists tend to do is just drop these little effects in, these little musical parts, but with an effect on. So I'm going to put this delay on. Let's turn it down a little bit so it's not as fast. And I'm going to drop a couple of these skanks in here. Yeah. So this is how we can just introduce small elements of the tune, but have them not sound like they've just been chopped in and out. The effects sort of make it sound a bit more natural. So I'm going to put the skank back in with the reverb. Now one thing I can try and do here is chop it in so I don't get the full hit of the piano. Yeah, just a quick chop. Let's put a delay on the saxophone and then just chop it in a couple of times. Oh, it's not there. And the tune's finished. Let's start it again. So now we're gonna start it again. I'm gonna take out all the musical elements apart from the drums and the bass, and then I'm gonna chop those back in, adding my own delays and reverbs to them. All right. So let me get over to the dubbing station. I'm going to move from here. Alright, so you can see what we can do. We can just keep that drums and bass rolling, cut out. Really verby. And that's pretty much it. That is pretty much what dub reggae is. So like I say, the story, let me just... So by all accounts, this genre was created by accident in the mixing of another genre. Someone's taken a reggae tune, split it down into all these little tracks, started playing around with it, realised if you take the vocal out, it sounds quite nice. And then from there, people have started adding all kinds of different effects and things onto these little elements that you can then chop in. For the last 2 minutes of this video, it's only a short one this week, I'm just gonna dub this tune. So it's rolling now, and let's just get into it. Alright, there we go. that's dubbing in a nutshell. That is what dubbing is. Now, if someone refers to a genre as dub something, then it's likely that they've taken a track from that genre, put it through the mixing desk, and done this process to it. So you've got dub techno. Dubstep's a little bit different. Dubstep kind of has taken characteristics from dub tracks and kind of modernized them. So we've got halftime, one drop, drum beat, and all that kind of business. But yeah, anything that's got dub before it usually means it's been sort of mixed like this on a mixing desk, adding effects and things like that. So that's it. I'm going to leave it there. Just a short one this week. A little intro as to what dub is and probably the reason why most of us are watching me on this channel here. So, one more time, please go to buymeacoffee.com/BoshDubs. I forgot the address there for a second. Subscribe to the videos, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, all that waffle that I say at the start of every time. My name's Bosh. This has been Bosh's Ableton Beginner Bits, and I will see you next time. Thank you.